Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. So today we're unleashing one of the most vicious combiners ever, Predaking, by Takara Tomy. Yep, the legendary AM-T02 CO2 rather, Predaking. This bad boy is 5 Predacons in one: Razor Claw, Rampage, Dive Bomb, Headstrong, and Tantrum. Individually they're pretty awesome, but combined, near total perfection. We've got a nice breakdown for you, so stick around and see if this incredible figure is actually worth your much-needed cash. And just a little background first. Predaking first dominated screens sort of like in that Generation 1 called The Primitives, Season 3, Episode 27, which actually aired back in 1987. Right, the ancient oracle of Primacon called Every Primitive. Beast mode Transformers included the Dinobots, Predacons, Terracons, and unite against, I believe it's like Tornadron, which was a world-destroying entity. They had to kind of combine, right? And out of that chaos kind of sprang Predaking, which was like that colossal combiner formed by the 5 Predacons. His debut was pure, like 80s cartoon sort of gold, and fans have really craved a perfect toy ever since then. Right now, as we fast forward 35 years later, Takara Tomy teams up with the visionary concept artist Tetsuya Amaya, I believe. His work from Primary and like the Gridmans, right? So to reimagine Predaking with modern engineering and like that die-cast sort of health, it sort of put this together, right? And this isn't like a lazy repaint; it's really a fully authorized premium collectible, right? Very expensive, obviously, that honors the G1 classic while bringing new tech to the table, right? Now, in terms of the specs, the set includes, 5 1/6 scale Predacons that individually stand at about 6 inches tall, but combined, Predaking soars to nearly 11 and I believe 0.9 inches, so almost a full foot, right? Now, in terms of lowdown, the packaging comes with the authentic Japanese language box art instructions, right? Complete with those full accents and individual trays for each one of the Predacons, right? It is available now for pre-order and has proposed for $439, right? And ships out late 2026. So yeah, I mean, it's a serious investment, but when you kind of like look at the premium deco and the seamless combinations, you'll know why it's worth every penny, right? Now, in terms of the concept and the actual sculpting itself, Tetsushi's art direction gives a nice, sleeker, more angular beast mode, sharper claws, stylized fangs, and dynamic wing and tail sculpting. So far from what I can see, each Predacon's like beast mode captures its signature creature, right? You have Razor Claw, which looks like the lion with flowing sculpt, which is the like flow sculpted mane. The Rampage, which is the tiger, which has like a carved striped details to it. Dive Bomb, or the eagle, which features a lot of nice wing plates, plates rather to the body. Headstrong, I believe his name is, which is the rhino with like that rock cracked armor plating. And Tantrum, which is the bull, right? And has a lot of nice sculpted horns and rippling shoulder plates. So you can see like a lot of these actually stand up very well and are very individualized, right, for each one of these figures, right? Now, in terms of the paint applications, I mean, well, they're pretty premium and awesome so far. Takara Tomy claims that the largest number of coatings in Transformers history was actually applied here, right? Which is pretty incredible. Now, we're talking a lot of nice metallic highlights, weathered shading, and some nice crisp panel lining to them as well. The bright crimson eyes and silver die-cast accents, as well as the gunmetal highlights on the weapons, and stand out really well, in my opinion. Right? Also, the chest insignias also kind of pop out with you, which kind of gives like each Predacon that like really dug off from the scrapyard sort of vibe, which is nice. So really excellent amount of time spent on getting the actual coloring, shading, and applications done here, which I really appreciate, especially from a collector's standpoint, right? Now, in terms of the actual combine mode, it is pretty intuitive in terms of transformation. Each limb clicks together. Pretty frictionless from what I can see. No tight glue or rubber bendy bars. Right, proportions of them are actually nice as well. Shoulder and torso modules lock with like the metal pins. So Predaking looks like he stands pretty rock steady when you have him like all put together. The silhouette of him also looks pretty good. He has nice wide wingspan. The tenders kind of stick out pretty good. The looming sort of like stomach area and plate, which is nice, has that really nice ruthless feel to it. And just look at those beast heads, right? They fall really well into the shoulders and legs. So it's really mechanical goldness, right? So far from what I'm seeing, right? Now, as for the arsenal, every Predacon brings its own signature weapon, plus combined armaments for Predaking, right? Now, in terms of individual accessories, though, Laser Claw comes with the Razor Claw's energy dagger, the Concussion Blaster, which is for Rampage's like shoulder cannon, the Photon Saber, which is Dive Bomb, sort of like wingtip laser blade, Callus Carbine, which is Headstrong's right shield cannon, and the Plasma Shooter, which is Tantrum's tail-mounted blaster, right? So really cool amount of weapon accessories for each one of these, right? Now, in terms of the actual Predaking combined weapons, there are several ones here, right? So you get sort of like when combined the X-ray laser cannon, right, which has like the swappable barrels for left and right shoulder mounts, which is pretty awesome. You also get the Sonic Blade, which is like that massive chrome sword that slots into Predaking's waist or fist. the particle beam rifle. So you get those dual barrel sort of burst cannons for that can go on actually connects to his right arm. The lightning rifle and big sword, right? So those actually clip onto his forearms. So you can get and showcase some of the heavy slash attacks. And there's just a lot of nice little modular loadouts that you can do. Right, every weapon has like a dedicated hardpoint on each of the Predacons. So you can really swap out the loadouts, right, in terms of the robot or in beast mode, which is pretty awesome. Now, also the ratchet joints in the cannons kind of let you dial some angles in, so that's good. You can get additional poses, while the magnetic pegs themselves actually secure the parts, which is really good. And then you can also kind of like mount Rampage's concussion blaster on Dive Bomb's wing, or even swap Tantrum's blaster shooter onto Headstrong's back, right? So it's cool that they give you options to mix and match depending on how you actually want to weaponize the accessories for each one of these folks, right? So really good overall from what I'm seeing. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining today. Took a close look at the upcoming new Transformers Predaking figure coming out soon. It features a lot of excellent premium materials, some record-breaking paintwork, and more weapons than like a Cybertronian army, right? And nice little quick display tip. If you do purchase this, be sure to use like a clear acrylic riser to kind of stagger each beast mode Predacon around the combined figure itself, right? And you can kind of like add the awesome like sort of LED lighting to highlight each of those metallic accents, right? To make Predaking's eyes glow, because you just want him to stand out. His shelf presence looks amazing, and obviously for the amount that you're paying for him, it looks like art, right? So you gotta kind of treat it that way. And definitely has some nice little tips there, right? But there you have it, folks. Are you pre-ordering this beast at $439, right? Which Predacon is your favorite? The Lion-Hearted Razor Claw or Rampaging Rampage, right? Drop your picks in the comments and smash that subscribe button if you enjoyed the preview, and let me know if you plan on picking them up. Until next time, folks, keep on collecting.